Ireland is one of the richest countries in the world. Yet almost 800,000 people are living below the poverty line. 1 in 3 of those in poverty are children. 102,000 are in paid employment. Lone parents are one of the groups most at risk of poverty. Half of one-parent families experience deprivation. This means they are forced to go without basics like heating, suitable clothing, and nutritious food. All families face the costs of housing, school supplies, childcare, utilities, and transport. These costs dramatically impact on a household's ability to get out and stay out of poverty. A one-parent family with 2 children requires €425 a week to meet their basic needs. If the family is living in a rural area, the figure rises to €498. But a family in receipt of social welfare must try to survive on an income of €262 per week. What is it like for these families as they try to make ends meet? Take housing. If you live in social housing or are in receipt of social housing support, you'll pay an average of €40 a week for accommodation. But more often, families now in need of support can only access housing assistance through the private rented sector. Many families pay an additional top-up of their housing assistance payment directly to their landlord, just to keep a roof over their head. That's why one-parent families are among the most vulnerable to becoming homeless. How much does it cost for heat and light? Your family will pay a minimum of €65 a week for utilities. Fuel allowance makes things a little bit easier, but it's hard to make it last through winter. What about transport? You'll need to get to school and to the shops, but public transport isn't always available, especially if you live in a rural area. The average weekly cost of running a car is €78. You want a good job and a better future for your children. You desperately try to get back to education. But transportation, childcare, and day-to-day expenses means you just can't afford it. It's hard to think about the future when you don't know how you're going to put food on the table today. It will cost €112 per week to adequately meet the nutritional needs of your family. That's why 1 in 10 people in Ireland experience food poverty. Child income supports help, but it is not enough, especially if you have teenagers. How will you pay for school books, trips, and extracurricular activities for your children? Or if the car breaks down, or if the washing machine stops working, or if someone needs new clothes? How will you cope? But this is just one family's experience. Thousands of individuals and families live with the stress and strain of inadequate income every day. How many more people will get trapped in poverty? But there is a way out. Affordable and adequate housing, decent pay and conditions, genuinely free primary and secondary education, accessible further education and training, quality and affordable childcare, better transport links and adequate income supports. It's time to address the structural causes of poverty and help pave a pathway out.